So we are just about 12 minutes away from the start of the third and potentially final day of the third test between India and New Zealand that is happening at the Wankhede Stadium. But early in the morning, we saw India A lose by 7 wickets to Australia A in the first unofficial test at MacKay. But the result is not that important because there is now a huge controversy erupting in MacKay regarding ball tampering allegations against Ishan Kishan. Now, the sequence of events, if you one had a look at the live stream, the sequence of events was like this. The ball was replaced at the start of the day because there were scratches found. Now, there was a heated discussion between the Indian players and umpire Sean Craig before the first delivery of the day. Because what had happened, Sean Craig stated that there were scratches, we changed the ball, but then the Indian players objected to it. He then was adamant, stating, no more discussion, let's play. Ishan Kishan stated that yes, you're going to play with this ball. That's a very stupid decision. He termed the decision as a stupid decision. Now, Sean Craig then reported stating, excuse me, you will be on report for dissent. That's inappropriate behavior. Because of your actions, we've changed the ball. Because of your actions. Now, it is not clear. I mean, when you look at it, it is not clear as to when the damage occurred or how the damage occurred. The cameras didn't show that at all. But according to Rule 41.3.4, it was legitimate that yes, they had to change the ball. So this is the really bad situation that is developing at this point in time. Now, Cricket Australia also has a code of conduct. I mean, changing the condition of the ball is a level 3 charge. So, according to the code of conduct also, law 41.3.2, it may be regarded as unfair. The condition of the ball, altering the condition of the ball, which are not specifically permitted under law 41.3.2, that is a huge situation developing. So there are reports that Ishan Kishan has been charged with ball tampering after India A versus Australia A in MacKay. Now, how big a controversy that is going to erupt, that we will not know. So this is a huge development that is currently happening. Cricket Australia have not yet released a statement about this entire situation, and that is why now we'll be doing a special video as to what exactly transpired at the end of the test match, because the unofficial test match has seen Nathan McSweeney ensure that he puts his name in the reckoning for the Border Gavaskar Trophy, although he will not be there in the squad. So Nathan McSweeney's knock ensured that Australia A managed to win by 7 wickets in a chase of 225. So this is a big development. The result has unfortunately been pushed into the sideline. But what transpired between umpires Sean Craig and the Indian players, and with Ishan Kishan labeling the decision as stupid, he may be in hot water now for dissent. But whether he tampered with the ball because the ball was changed, that will draw a different kind of reaction altogether. So this is a big developing story in MacKay at this point in time. Now, as far as the other cricketing news is concerned, there is a tricky chase that is going to develop at the Wankhede Stadium, because 143 for 9 effectively New Zealand are, the lead is 143. If they get 7-8 runs more, if India can dismiss them out of it, then I think India might stand a chance. See, India are still slight favorites to win the Mumbai Test, but then chasing whatever target New Zealand put up is not going to be easy at all, because the pitch is taking turn. There are lots and puffs of dust that is going on, and that is why this is a huge development in Mumbai. Any target in excess of 150, you may start to sweat about it. So India are looking at a very tricky chase here. Ajaz Patel in particular, he'll be the key on this Mumbai wicket, because in 3 innings, he's already taken 19 wickets at the Wankhede Stadium. So India are up with a tricky chase. They are wanting to avoid a whitewash, because remember, India have never been whitewashed 3-0 in a home test series. They have been whitewashed 2-0 though by South Africa, which happened in 1999-2000. So in that series, India were just undone in Bengaluru and Mumbai at this point in time. So any total, maybe in less of 150 or 160, it could be advantage India. India might ask favorites to avoid the whitewash, but this series has been a real eye-opener in that way. So it is not looking good at all for both sides. It's still a 50-50 contest. The nature of the wicket, it is such a rank turner, and No one will have the decision, but then we will say it out loud here that this is a very poor pitch. Mumbai has dished out a very poor pitch, and it will not be the first time that Mumbai is under the scanner, because you've seen in the past how it can impact. So, this is a big development in Mumbai as well. So, pardon me for a minute when I just change this. So, that is the current situation that you're looking in Mumbai. Any total less than 160, 150, advantage India, but then anything in excess of that, you can still start to sweat. But in Mumbai, anything can happen. The highest successful chase ever in Mumbai has been 164 in the fourth innings. So, this is going to be a very tricky chase. Shubman Gill stated in the press conference yesterday that yes, this is a vital day when it comes to the WTC, because if India lose this test match, you have to win 4 out of 5 in Australia. That is the only way possible at this stage when that is there. So, this is the current situation regarding the cricketing scenario of things. England yesterday chased down 329 versus the West Indies in North Sound, Antigua. This is a ODI series that is going on. There'll be a T20I series as well. So, England versus West Indies, also some wonderful batting from England saw them win the match quite comfortably. Now, as far as the other sporting news is concerned in this time, you've got Lando Norris, who won the sprint race in the Brazilian Grand Prix in Sao Paulo, Interlagos. He won the sprint race. Max Verstappen finished in third position. Because of that, the gap has reduced even further. Today is the race, and if Lando Norris wins, then he will have maximum pressure heading into the next mini break, because after this race you have an 18-day break heading into Las Vegas, Qatar, and then Abu Dhabi. 3 races remain after this. So if Lando Norris can ensure that he wins all the races and Max Verstappen doesn't finish on the podium, then you will see lots and lots of interesting things happening in the F1 race. And as far as other sporting news is concerned, Alexander Zverev has reached the finals of the Paris Masters, and there he will face either Karen Khachanov or Hugo Humbert. And unfortunately for India, Rohan Bopanna and Matthew Ebden have been eliminated in the Paris Masters, but then they'll still make it to the year-ender, that is their endurance. So that is a big thing. Premier League action, when you have to look at it, Manchester City and Arsenal both lost yesterday. Manchester City in particular are unbeaten in their 2 games, but then their 2-1 loss, that is really going to be a big, big thing. Bournemouth defeating them and Arsenal also losing. So Liverpool are in the lead in the Premier League. 32-game unbeaten streak for Manchester City has now been broken. So if you have to look at it, Shami is not there in the Bengal's Ranji squad as well. That is a big blow for Bengal, and also Mohammad Shami, because he wants some match fitness in order to be ready for the Border Gavaskar Trophy. And India can still add him in the squad, but then time is running out for him, because now you only have about 19 days remaining before they go. So that is why that is also going to be a big, big situation. Now, as far as another thing is, Malvika Bansod has entered the high-low 300 super over tournament. So that is why when you see Malvika Bansod, you're reaching the final stages of the match that is going to happen. You're going to see the final season of the badminton sport coming. There's the World Championships that's going to happen. So let's see how that goes on. Now, as far as I'll take a few comments here. Sandeep, does match referee can punish Ishan Kishan for a word for Australian player in Hindi, or needs to be in English to be fine? If it's abuse, if the player complains, if there is officials deemed, if they can understand it, he will be fined. There is no problem with that. Advantage India of target under 160, Sandeep Randa. Well, we are all bullish about it, but then it is going to be a very tricky chase. Let's be very honest about it. India's batters have not played spin well at all. Sportsman, I did highlight that they did reach, Malvika did reach the final of the High-Low Open. And Mayank Tapliyal is saying Cricket Australia doing same kind of conspiracy that South Africa board did in 2001. Mayank Tapliyal, no. We still don't know at this point in time, but in 2001, there was no conspiracy. Clear cut, the Indian cricket team were found cheating. No 2 ways about it. It's only that the BCCI stepped in and then they said, how dare you accuse our stars of doing it? But then it had happened. Let us not make any bones about it. 2001, Port Elizabeth, it was clear that this had to happen. And the Indian cricket team were found guilty about it. There's no 2 ways about it. Sehwag was banned for 1 test match. Because the allegations were given against Sachin Tendulkar didn't inform. You all know the story, what happened afterwards. So there is no conspiracy as such. Cricket South Africa had done the right thing in 2001. It's just that star spangled India did not want the stars to be targeted. So that's the way it goes. So, sportsman said, what do you think, whether all Indian batters have to attack or someone has to grind to today in this stage? What should be the approach? I think play sensibly. That is the only thing I can say that. So play sensibly and ensure you don't get the whitewash. So the players are all out there in the middle now. It's going to start. How many runs can New Zealand add? Will they get dismissed first ball? We'll check that out. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Bye bye.